Do you remember the advent of those mathy grid puzzles where you joined numbers to make higher numbers and get a high score? Yeah, I'll take one of those, but you can sub the threes with an unicorn and the veggies with a burrito, please. Welcome to Merge Maestro. Merge Maestro is a game with a very simple premise. You have a square grid with 16 spaces and are able to place numbered tokens on any empty space, that each deal 1 damage when placed. These tokens range from levels 1 to 8, and you can also merge 2 equal tokens to create the next level 1. So, 2 level 1s become a 2, 2 level 2s become a 3, and so on. As you place and combine tokens, progressively stronger enemies start spawning in waves, eventually hurting you if you don't defeat them quickly enough. Survive 15 waves and you win, get hit 4 times and it's game over. If this was it, then it wouldn't be much of a game at all. So naturally, at the end of each wave of enemies, you can upgrade your set of tokens to much more interesting ones. These tokens come in every shape and size imaginable. There's weapons that deal more damage when they appear, animals that create and eat fruit for added effects, machinery that passively creates and buffs your other tokens, Halloween-themed monsters that get benefits when being destroyed rather than created, lab equipment that researches your other tokens for permanent bonuses based on their category, sports paraphernalia that allows you to practice tennis and cricket, and I'm not even joking. Just so you know, I'm about a quarter of the way through the madness that Merge Maestro is. Eventually, the screen will look like this, and your board can shoot into outer space while you deal hundreds of damage per play. Sorry for the phone footage, but I needed to record this insane setup. Enemies are not as varied, but in their simplicity lies a stroke of genius that I will dive deeper into a bit later. Each wave has a predetermined set of foes that can spawn with scaling health based on the Fibonacci sequence, which is just whimsical, and barring the easiest of difficulties, they all have a unique ability. As if all of this wasn't enough, Merge Maestro has a slew of unlockable content and custom challenges. One lets you start with a free level 8 token on board, but you cannot ever change it. This makes for a tremendous build around, as level 8 tokens usually serve as linchpins for entire builds and are a nightmare to create normally. Another challenge makes it so enemies you defeat become your next token, so you're actually using unique tokens not obtainable anywhere else. And say it with me, etc, etc. You should also know, this game costs the grand total of $3 dues, and there's a free demo with about half the content available for free. It's insanely dumb how great value it is. Before I dive way too deeply into my opinions about the game, as if I didn't ramble for long enough already, let me just say Merge Maestro is one of my favorite games of all time, and this is only a slight exaggeration. It combines so much of what truly clicks for me. Dirt simple gameplay loop that can be explained in 1 minute, exponential complexity based on many small, simple interactions, just one more run syndrome, makes you sound like an absolute buffoon when explaining what on earth is going on. Yeah, I just need an hospital next to my tornadoes so that the pufferfish doesn't kill it. Don't worry about it, it's just my factory generating wrenches that I can combine to make my trident stronger while the bike in the corner makes it go more often. Despite all the madness, Merge Maestro is extremely elegant and has quite a few clever design touches that I doubt were accidental. Each token individually is very simple, 2 lines of text at most, but most of them are open-ended enough that you're always thinking about potential interactions. Let's look at my favorite, the factory. It's a level 4 token that at the end of the turn automatically creates your level 1 somewhere at random. This has a ton of implications. Do you want to get a powerful level 1 and spam it? Or do you want to leverage them into merging a ton of level 2s, which are more powerful? Maybe you can double dip and have your level 1s buff your level 2s or vice versa. Maybe you can go full bore, create a ton of factories and just make use of this deluge of free tokens to go upper in the tiers and get a bunch of high level 1s, which are more exotic and usually more powerful. Such considerations are present in most tokens in the game, which makes for some delightfully deep and powerful builds. Once I got a build that could deploy level 6 tokens just like that, which made it trivial to create level 7s and level 8s, the most powerful in the game, like they were absolute nothing. It's also possible to take measly level 1s to such heights that you literally don't need anything else. It's how this monstrosity came into existence, and the list goes on and on and on. Then we get to the enemies. Like I said before, there's not too many of them, and you'll encounter the same ones every run. Early game, it's all about ants, lizards and spiders. These encourage some type of multi-hit attack, as they either punish you for hitting them too hard or can only take a single damage at a time. Then, in the mid-game, there'll come a barrage of pufferfish that destroy whatever token defeated them. This punishes hard-hitting high-level tokens, as losing a level 7 effectively sets you back 32 moves, which is how many you'll need to assemble a new one normally. Then come the snakes, which replace your next token with a virus, which destroys everything around it. This wreaks havoc on your board if you can't make enough free space to safely deploy the viruses. Finally, you'll be greeted by an onslaught of T-Rexes, octopi and a dragon. These enemies either attack super frequently, heal to full each turn, or start burning your entire board away, so you need burst damage to sweep them in a timely manner. At first, this predictable enemy pattern annoyed me, as it meant I needed my build to do everything every time. But then, it dawned on me that that's actually clever. As you get familiar with the available tokens, you can either plan ahead and somehow protect your tokens from destruction, or flow and morph your build as time goes on to tackle the challenges at hand. And given there's literally 200 tokens to choose from, you can imagine that there's not a single way of handling each situation, so by having these recurring enemy formations, the game forces you to always engage with all of its systems. Finally, I need just a second to talk about something so minute, but so beautiful. In the final round of each wave, when you gain access to the shop, enemies don't spawn. This seems like such a random thing to bring up, but the more I thought about it, the more I grew to appreciate it. Whenever you swap or add a new token to your build, the game gives you plenty of breathing room to change your board, as different builds can require wildly different board configurations. This is particularly apparent when you figure out your strategy is absolutely cooked and you need to pivot immediately and fundamentally. As for downsides, I have two big complaints and a few nitpicks. The first one concerns balancing. Some tokens you pick up and by themselves make you go, oh, I guess I win now, while others require a huge amount of build around for comparatively, if not worse, results. This is mitigated by the sheer volume, as I've beat every difficulty and most challenges more than once and didn't repeat builds a single time. However, it seems like a bit of a waste to have so many quote-unquote useless tokens lying around. Secondly, the early game is extremely dull. The first 3 or 4 waves are easy enough that the base tokens can beat them by literal mindless spam. These waves are actually important because they allow you to start building your boards that you can then begin to merge up the tiers. But in my opinion, in harder difficulties, once you proved you can master the game, I think you should just start off in like wave 4 with a full board of tokens so that you can get to the interesting bit faster. When it comes to nitpicks, I guess more enemy variety would be a welcome addition, and some tokens thematically are a bit nonsensical. Why do ducks generate beer? Why do sloths make strawberries extra delicious? Why do weightlifters practice cricket? You know, small stuff like that. Well, this is awkward / funny / a very good sign for the future. Guess what just dropped literally as I was wrapping up the video? A patch addressing half of my concerns. Enemies are now indeed more varied and tokens have been rebalanced. Thank you, Gaben. And that's enough for me. If you want to ruin your life and throw away all productivity out of the window with my favorite game of the year, go play Merge Maestro right now. See ya!